Hello, everyone. My name is Awodiji, and today I'll be talking to you about humility. All right. So before we start, let's just find some information about me and what I do. So I currently am a teacher with Grange School, Lagos, and I'm extremely passionate about education. So I founded a company called Green Obsidian, where we focus on teacher training, and we currently have a terminally paid online mentoring program for new teachers. All right, moving on. Today, our objectives are we're going to learn about what humility is, what humility is not, and how you can be humble. Now, what is humility? I purposely and intentionally look for a definition of humility that doesn't um portray humility as lacking, as seeing you as lacking confidence, basically. Right? So this definition says the feeling or attitude, or humility is the feeling or attitude that you have no special importance that makes you better than others. It also means a lack of pride. This definition captures it for me. Okay, and when we go on, you find out why. Now, I'm sure you've all heard, oh, you're not even humble. Someone has said that to you before, or oh, that person is really, really humble, whatnot and whatnot. Okay, so we're going to take a look at how you can really be humble, how you can practice being humble in real life. Now, what does this look like in your real life? What does humility look like in real life? It means freely listening to someone before trying to resolve their problems. It means taking out all judgments, listen to them freely without thinking, after he's been doing all sorts of things, so listen to the person freely without any thoughts in your mind. It means treating people with respect, treating other people with respect. When you respect people, it says a lot about you. Putting yourself at someone else's service. That's what humility is. Going out of your way to help people. There's a fine line between doing it because you're being humble or doing it because you want them to say, oh, this person is really nice. So that'll be left for us to decide. It also means trying to understand what another person is really saying, even if their life is very different from yours. Don't judge, like I said, similar to the first one. Listen because you really, really want to find out about that person. Also, a humble person does not always have to be right. You don't know everything. So it means asking for help when you need it. Be honest with yourself to know when you really need help and ask for help. Don't think that you know everything. No one knows everything. We thrive and we feed off other people. Okay? It means also seeking feedback on a daily basis, asking people, oh, how did I do at that? Maybe you had a presentation somewhere at school or whatnot, or in church or wherever. Seek feedback. How do you think, I can behave better? Or how do you think I can do this better? It could be asking your mentor, if you have a mentor, asking an adult or your teacher. Just try and seek feedback. Don't assume that you know everything or you are perfect. It also means being always ready to serve in your community. Don't feel too big. Don't be proud. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't go to that community and serve them. No, that's exactly what humility is. Humility means being able to serve, not even in your house. It doesn't even necessarily mean only your community. Being able to serve others, very, very important. Now, I'm going to focus a bit more on what humility is not. And as we focus on this, you tend to get what exactly humility is. All right. So let's look at what humility is not. So firstly, humility is not vanity. Vanity is an inflated pride in oneself or in one's appearance. Now, if I were to ask most people what the opposite of humility is, they'll probably tell me, oh, it's pride, it's arrogance, or it's vanity. So humility is not, thinking that, oh, because I need to be humble, that means I need to, know about myself and all that. No, it doesn't mean thinking so much about yourself, or it doesn't mean, how will I put it now? It doesn't mean you thinking so much about yourself. You must think highly about yourself because you must be confident, but there is a fine line between that. Okay. So humility is not vanity. It's not a pride in yourself or your appearance. No. It's being, you can be self-confident, which you should, but you shouldn't be to the extreme. So humility is not vanity. Humility is not forgetting your worth. Some definitions of humility will tell you that humility is thinking less of yourself. Humility is being superior. Nope. You are what? A star. So you must think highly about yourself. You must be confident. Okay. So it's not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less, and thinking more about others. Humility does not mean that you hate who you are or what you like or what you look like. It does not mean believing you are worthless. It means recognizing other people's worths and talents, but it also means recognizing your own gifts and your worth. So you must think highly about yourself, but you must not do that of others or of yourself as well. So humility is not humble bragging. Oh, so you did something great and you don't want to keep it to yourself. So you go about and say, probably most likely on social media, ah, in fact, this is my life. I don't even know. I have too many, let me look for a random example now. I have too many maybe laptops around or computers to use. I don't even know. And you say it in such a way that you're trying to sound as if, oh, it's not even something serious. That's humble bragging. Keep it to yourself. Mm? Yes, be lucky, be thankful to God, be grateful for what you have, but don't go about trying to say something. Or maybe you finish with the first class and you say, and I even finished with the first class, so now wow, something like that. So humility is not humble bragging. There's nothing as there. You cannot be humble about bragging. Bragging is when you're showing off. So keep it to yourself. Be thankful, but you don't necessarily have to let the whole world know. Now, humility is not being unable to accept a compliment without putting yourself down. Nope. If someone pays you a compliment, simply say thank you and move on. Do not downplay it by saying, "Oh, really?" For example, if someone says, "Oh, I love your hair, I love your dress," then you look down and then you say, "Finally." Humility doesn't mean being reserved or unopinionated. It doesn't mean that you're a doormat. It doesn't mean that you cannot speak up. It doesn't mean that you cannot voice your ideas. Being humble means that you voice your ideas respectfully, as opposed to just taking everything everybody says. When they ask you a question, do you have a question? You say no. You just sit down there and listen. Okay. So humility is an excellent trait in a leader. It means that you voice your opinion when someone asks for it. It means asking questions, admitting failures, and seeking help when you do not know how to do something. All right. And conclusion. Yes, we're come to the end. Humility is a very strong attribute to have. I charge you today to remain humble and practice giving of yourself and not thinking only about what makes you happy. So I hope I've been able to um, allow you to have some thoughts and some, reflections with yourself today about being humble. And I know that it will really do good for you. So thank you so much for having me and stay safe, everyone. Thank you.